everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Diablos going up against the Texans. With that, let's get on out to Houston. We're standing by as our commentary team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between our visitors and the Houston Texans. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch it now, Barney! Watch it now, Barney!
Now Osweiler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danny Shelton breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now let's go! Green,
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. A 3rd down. He tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll go on the ground. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Hogan now. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Now Hogan. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a 1st down. Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. A handoff as they run the counter play. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we? Remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
They come out here in the eye. Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Caught left side, Hopkins. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down following the run. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
This is taken at the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
When it comes to J.J. Watt, we're about out of superlatives, aren't we? So let's just make this simple. One of the best to ever play the game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They come out here in the eye.
Go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Good. Now let's go. Green, 30.
They go play action with Osweiler. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's forced out left. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Here's Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the 1st down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
Tackle made that time by Kevin Johnson.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job 1 for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 3rd down, Osweiler throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. 96 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
I think we probably ought to avoid the tape review of this one, right? I mean, we don't want to sit in there and listen to what his teammates are going to say. He went that far and didn't score a touchdown.
Well, it's one where if they win, they poke the bear a little bit. If you don't win, it could be a sore subject. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now out comes Houston. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Osweiler firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go now. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football the second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Hogan now. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now Hogan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Seven yards remaining here on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Osweiler. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third down and 8 now.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. Over.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Blue 90. Detention now, Barney.
To throw is Osweiler. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for the Texans. 53 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
No, check, Patriot!
Here's Osweiler. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go! Green!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here we go now. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Right, here we go.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the I. And the play clock's running down. Play clock all the way to 0. Didn't get the snap off. 5-yard penalty.
And you see the head coach writing that note on his play sheet right now. He's going to be addressing that with his staff. A sense of urgency, get to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Slot man moves right. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Over! Green 19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Green 39! Green 39!
Hogan now. Looking for someone to throw to. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. The big fella. The 40. Past the 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now this offense ready to take over again.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Gun!
Now Hogan. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out here in the I. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 8 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
No, check, Patriot.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Jacob Shum now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And McManus able to put it through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're talking.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, there was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. In there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And that 2 points you would think should end any thoughts here of a possible comeback.
Yeah, they have a long field ahead of them anyway, but now 2 scores down, you can just about chalk this one up for lost.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.